Presscon, Libak, and of course we have Datu Hasnibal Hassan from Malaysia. The technology is now based in Thailand, and more details will be discussed later. We'll have an question answer from our guest media. And again, welcome to everybody. By the way, I would like to announce that at 7 p.m. we have this 40th Top Choice Global Awards where we are honoring also our celebrity guests from South Shum and from Malaysia, Nusantara BBIP Group. Welcome again. Can we have yeah, thank you. Mabuhay po tayong lahat at leave the floor to Datu Hassan.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The objective of before this, my name is Hasnizal. Call me Hassan, Dato Hassan, and I want to introduce you. We are from Nusantara BBIP Groups from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I want to introduce you our board director and the founder from Nusantara. On the left of me is Arbiter Hajisa Datuk Sri Paduka Peter Lim Ching Chai, founder of the Nusantara BBIP Group. Another side is Datin Sujitra, President of the Nusantara BBIP Groups, Datuk Surveyor Jamil Faisal Yusuf, Accounting and Consultant Advisor for the Nusantara BBIP Group, Crystal Lee, and another board director alias Group President of Nusantara BBIP Group, Datuk Ahmad Farizi Yusuf. Last but not least, another group president of and director of Nusantara BBIP Group is Datuk Muhammad Ali Muhammad Yassin. So the objective of the press conference, before that, my good brother and our smart partnership, later he was a key player for this press conference to explain to you. None of that is Mr. Stephen Lipa. So I will hand over later. Just 1 minute, I want to explain that the objective of collaboration that we are going to do. Nusantara BBIP Group, we have a networking around 950 members, coverage by the 10 countries. So our platform successfully agreed and dealing with Mr. Stefan, one of the economy player in the Asia Pacific in Thailand, to manage the business for the 13 years, if I don't mind, and covered by the 22 countries of the networking. So I will hand over to the Mr. Stefan to go further in terms of the information and announcement. Thank you very much.
Hello, how are you guys doing today? Good, good. Yes, it's an honor being here. We met actually quite recently. It is only a month, I think, ago. And it was an honor to meet Hassan because of many reasons. He's a man of action. That I figured out straight ahead. The head in the right place, also the heart in the right place. And that was something very important for me. A little bit about myself. I graduated as a lawyer back in 2000. And yeah, while lawyer, I was very interested about making money. That was what it's about. And it was a good experience to learn about the global economy also, which was one of the things I learned about. Also about trades. I also studied economy. Run into traditional networking in the year of 2000. Many people has a very weird understanding about what it is. It is actually, I think, the most misunderstood industry in the world, entertaining about 200 million people at least around the globe, having a turnover yearly revenue, now listen closely, registered by the DSA, which is the Direct Sales Association, of 200 billion US dollars yearly, quite substantial. Having said that, I actually never moved to Thailand. I stayed. I found a country that I love. Back in the year of 2003, I just stayed. And many people come and say that, you know, it's easy for you. Yeah, maybe not. Don't speak the language, the culture. Learned the hard way. Built up what is very dear to me, a real estate company, among others. With the Lehman Brothers crisis, lost all, about 100 million US dollars. Hurts a bit. And then, yeah, long story short, got back into networking and other businesses. And among others, run into what I would say has been and is the next or current IT boom, okay? Anybody here heard about fintech maybe? Heard about blockchain, heard about cryptocurrencies, heard about Bitcoin maybe? Rocket, but very up and down. And I've had the pleasure and the blessing to learn also that one the hard way, losing a lot of money, first of all. But I started studying what blockchain was, and many people don't really know what it is. It is actually very simple. It is a ledger that documents things, or can document things, transactions, that should be not manipulatable, and it should be transparent. That's pretty cool, yeah? So what can you do with a blockchain? From the beginning, I couldn't really get it. I didn't understand how it works. And I fell into the trap that many other people have fallen into to develop my own main chain, as it's called. A script of hundreds of thousands of lines, okay? Which I actually did through 3 of them, okay? Now, I discovered, and it has actually now starting to prove that I was right, that it is no longer about being the best in the fintech, but documenting real value, non-manipulatable, transparent, decentralized, with real value on it that people can verify and not manipulate, obviously. And it's pretty cool, actually, and that is something we spoke a lot about with Hassan, actually, because what does this mean? People think about value as money. Yes, it's value, correct. But there are a lot of other values, actually, that is very dear to me personally, and I know also this whole group here, and I'm going to thank them all, actually. I think you should give them an applause. And why do I have the utmost respect? It's very simple. Because when I met Hassan and when he came to Bangkok, we didn't know each other, it was one thing that was more dear to him than anything else. And guys, do you know what that was? His people. Okay? It wasn't about the money making. It wasn't about, you know, for him personally. It was about the communities that all these gentlemen here and ladies represent. Okay? And that is something for me also. I'm a kind of not really a normal guy, okay? I don't care a lot about, you know, what people say about me, except for my family and my partners, because they are family, okay? That's very important for me. I had the same, exact same feeling. We got along directly when we met. The first minutes, it was very hot, left and right and so on. And why? Because I dare to say that you didn't understand really what we were doing before or after maybe 1 hour and so. And then I saw the light in the eyes that I want to be involved in this. So what it is that we do, it's a little bit misunderstood, because about 2 years ago, I happened to fall over something that they said could take away plastic, I think you heard about the plastic pollution. Here in Philippines is actually the number one in the world with it, which is very interesting. So people look at it as something that is so bad. People look at it as something that needs to be replaced. And obviously when I saw it, I didn't believe it. But I have done a few mistakes in my life where I didn't actually check the facts. Okay? I decided upon what I thought was the facts, pre-programmed beliefs it's called. Okay? So I decided to go and take a look. And I discovered that the university in Thailand, the Royal University, Chulalongkorn University of Thailand, has since 20 years basically been researching how to take this plastic, okay, waste that people pay to get rid of today, and actually not only get rid of it, because that would be extraordinary, it just vanishes, correct? Because now we have a thing that taking it from A to B, just moving it around, making some sandals out of it, nothing wrong with that, but it's not sustainable, because let's speak some numbers. 400 billion kilos yearly of new plastic is produced. Okay? 400 billion kilos, and it's actually increasing yearly. Now, in the nature, in the sea, in the landfills, in hangars, you name it, in the stomachs of whales and and the reindeers in Thailand, they recently found 7 kilos of plastic when it died. In the stomach of a reindeer, 10 trillion kilos around the world that nobody wants. Okay? Now, would you agree with me if I said that it would be quite extraordinary if you could take this plastic and not only get rid of it, okay, but actually make something sustainable out of it? Would that be cool? Would that be something good?
Yes.
That was what I saw. And really, when I saw it the first time, I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought it wasn't real. And that is what we're encountering. So why are we here? And why is it that we are using what I will explain to you really soon, social marketing, relationship marketing, to actually assist? Because people say like this, and it's correct. Why, Stefan, do you need networking or blockchain if you can take plastic and make oil out of it? You can get money from everywhere. Correct? Yes, it is. It's correct, but it's not. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't believe that it is viable for one company to actually, do this. I think we need people involved. We need a movement. Okay? We need something where people can associate themselves, where each you and me can actually participate in some way. That's what I believe. Because during my years, I'm 45 years old today, 45 years young, okay? I feel myself. But I've seen that welfare and these kind of things, unfortunately, doesn't do the trick. Why? Because people help, give away money, donate for their own feeling. Okay? You see something bad, we donate something, and we go home and we sleep and we're going to forget about it. Commercializing it, what we are doing now, is what we believe, together, is the way of doing it. So basically what we are doing is that we are launching step by step an e-commerce platform, but not only that, also an information and education platform that represents Socium as a consortium, and also a welfare platform where people, you and me, can participate in actually making a difference. Okay? So how does that work? It's very simple. When you purchase something in the future, you follow, you share things, that is being published, to help and to educate. Why educate? To change the direction where we're going currently. The direction currently is to take away the plastic and replace it with something. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to challenge you. Tonight, when you go home, do your research. I want to know how you're going to replace 200 to 400 billion kilos yearly with something else? There is none. Are we going to cut down the wood? Are we going to cut down the rainforest that we're already doing for other means? Are we going to use some kind of microdegradable plastics that now latest research says that creates cancer even faster? The reason for us doing this is that people do not know that there is a solution, okay? They believe that this is something that is only pollutant and there is no solution currently for it, which is wrong. Socium holds one of the foremost, if not the foremost, technologies on an industrial scale, take away plastic waste and turn it into fuel. Okay? Liquid gold. Now, then people say, but what about electrical cars? What about wind power? What about this and that? Yeah, that's what I thought. If you do your research, you're going to see that we are not there yet. We will be, because the batteries that are used and so on, the solar panels are highly pollutant. Now, the fuel that comes out also from these machines, if you think about it, plastic is already refined. Okay? It is not a crude oil, it's refined. The fuel that comes out actually is almost zero in sulfur. Sulfur is the thing in the air that makes the air bad to breathe. Okay? It is not the carbon dioxide. Why? Because carbon dioxide is taken up by what? Plants, trees, grass, and so on. But whereas sulfur is not. It's breathed in by us. And it's highly toxic. On top of that, the fuel that is coming out is at least 70% less carbon footprint on it. Now, this company that is then held by Socium Consortium was actually merged in and bought up by us. It's a company that actually was founded in the very beginning of 2000s also. And it has the commercialized units of taking away 20,000 kilos of plastic per unit per day. Now, it's not clean plastic, it's trash, remember that. Trash that nobody wants. That we in Europe, for example, pay to get rid of. What I see is money. What I see is a product that can last for 400 years, is lightweight, extremely strong, and cheap. Okay? And every time when we are hitting down the drill, which means finding trash, is that difficult? Not now, but we believe that this will become a commodity. Now, how can you as a normal person be involved in that? It's very simple. Because everything that you associate yourself with through the marketing arm, through the affiliate system that is going on, and it's being launched together in a joint venture, in a joint effort together with Hassan and his associates throughout, obviously, Malaysia, but also other countries here along Southeast Asia. Because we will also, not on top of only doing this, be local companies in the different countries step by step. Okay? Now, every person that associates him or herself with it, there is obviously, hopefully, a profit, correct? By the company. 100% of the profit is put into building these units. Now, this is revolutionary. It sounds very interesting. It is revolutionary, but why? For the simple reason that we are not documenting a commodity. We are actually documenting something else. Most of the so-called backed tokens, backed has not been focusing on, ladies and gentlemen, to actually do it in what we believe is a sustainable way. So what is the difference in what we are doing? The profit that is put in, it's not an investment from the people that are involved. It is the company itself that invests into building units. Now, think about it. That's different than backing it up with something, because it's not. If I would back it up with gold, pay commissions, pay overheads of the company, pay profits, it would fast be eaten away, correct? In this case, it is actually the opposite. Because every single liter that comes out is traded 100% with these tokens. So to explain it very simple for you guys, let's say that you have a machine that produces a liter per day, and you have a static amount of token, let's say 5, and let's say that this is $1. If everybody want to sell these tokens, you have 5 tokens, $1, you divide it with 5, correct? That would be 20 cents, correct? If only one wants to sell that token, it would be what? $1.